Hello, everybody. It's a little bit dark. I wouldn't be surprised if nobody comes into this chat today because it's St. Patrick's Day. I mean, I'm not going out anywhere because I don't do that anymore. It's too hectic out there on St. Patrick's Day, let me tell you. So, I don't know if that's super dark or is that just me? Yeah, okay. So anyways, we have a very special guest, everybody. So, I got this message this morning that, hello in the chat. I got this message this morning that there was a leprechaun around. And let me tell you, he is here, okay? He's pretty nice. He's got a couple of messages to say, and then he's going to go home. The reason why I feel like he really is here is my sister read this book about this woman who spent a summer in Ireland with a leprechaun. And she wrote a book about it. And she said it was the most surreal thing in the world. And the thing is that I do very much believe in things. People think they're ghosts, but I don't really think they're ghosts. There was this show back in the day that used to hunt down these paranormal things. And they went to Ireland and they tried to find leprechauns. And they didn't. They were super close, but I was really, really into it. And the thing is that there is this channel on YouTube of this man who goes into the woods. Okay, he goes into the woods basically every day. He looks like a woodsman. He sets up his camera and he waits to see pixies, little like woodland fairies. And I don't know if it's computer generated. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out if it's real or not. And people seem to really think it's real. I don't know how he would be able to do that in the frame with him, unless something green came out. Like, I don't know how special effects happen. So, but he seems to capture little things on camera. So this leprechaun, he is like 2 feet tall. He's the general size of like what you would call a leprechaun. Like, but he's not like ugly or anything. Like, he seems to be decent looking. He seems to be kind of friendly. And he's the one that brought this deck up. He asked me if I had a deck that had a leprechaun on it, and I do. Only one deck. Spencer's Gifts. I got this deck. So, he's got something to say. So, I don't really know what it is. 2 of Cups. Okay, that was on the bottom. And what's really weird is the first card is Cannibal. Oh, okay, you know them? So, you know, he's kind of like an older man with white hair. And like, man, I can't tell if that shit's real or not. It looks so real, but then I'm like, how can it be real? Like, how? But just because you don't see something, it doesn't mean that it's not there. Okay, number 1, just because you don't see something, and that's in all dimensions, my friends, okay? So, okay, the first card, okay, by the way, the first card we got was Cannibal. Like, way to suit the theme of the reading. Okay, we're going deep, apparently. And then next card's 3 of Wands. So that's the 7 of Swords. Then we got the 3 of Wands with the brownie. And what brownies do is they come in and they clean your house for you at night. They're kind of like magical little fairies, but they clean your house. They mainly clean your kitchen, okay? That's what they really like doing. They come in and cleaning your kitchen, organizing things. They may not wash your dishes. What is he doing? Yeah, he's polishing dishes. They're polishing, not washing. right? They won't do your stuff. And okay, I also read this story about this woman who she was obviously like a witch, right? She called in these fairies to come in and clean her house. Oh, good to know. I always like to know my neighbor's not dead because he's like gonna die from something. So she called in all these fairies, but the truth about like the whole thing about fairies is that if you call them in and you get them to do stuff, that you have to make a promise that you won't try to see them. You can't break that promise. You just have to leave them alone. If you believe, you believe. It's like Santa Claus, right? You're not supposed to get up and see. Well, it's like that with witchcraft, basically. Like the whole point of doing things is because you're supposed to believe it before it manifests, right? So basically, she sat up one night and she knew she had fairies in her house, and she sat up and she waited, and then she heard them in the kitchen. She went out to try to like take pictures of them or like take a video of them or something, and they left. They took off right away and they never came back. She said that was her biggest regret, was fucking with them, because she knew she wasn't supposed to. If you believe that something is there, then believe that it is, because the second you stop believing, it will just go away. And we deal with a lot of energies that aren't here, right? Even our own soul technically is not here. We temple it, sure, in some random vessel, but like it's not here. It's in another dimension, right? So when you think of the world that way, that it's not just this, it's not just as flat as this, or we wouldn't have like gravity, we wouldn't have 3D, we would all be like you know, sheets of paper, we wouldn't have any dimension, right? But we do. We're of matter. It's almost like I'm seeing like the world as like a snow globe or something, and like we're in there, like we're a substance, right? So how wouldn't other things be as well? Okay, this card really wants me to flip it. 10 of Cups in reverse with Leviathan. Above the Voodoo Warlock. Okay, so we've got something coming in, okay, with this, like maybe something that you're supposed to believe. You just have to believe it. I don't know what it is. I don't know, maybe he's going to tell me as the reading goes on, but something is like, if you don't believe it, it's not going to happen. And it's serious. It's literally like, it could be the difference between you and them. You know what I mean? Right? So if you have to believe in something, then it's almost like you have to believe that you're going to get the part. You have to believe you're going to get the job. You have to believe you're out of bad energy. You have to believe that something's here. You have to believe something loves you. I just heard. You have to believe something, okay? Because then beside it is the 2 of Cups. So like, okay, why cannibal? Why do we have to start with cannibal? But 7 of Swords, he's killing the shepherd. So maybe, and the sheep are running away. So it's like almost like somebody's not interested in something, like maybe you thought something wasn't going to come for you, and it's going to come for you. Because it turns out it wants something else. Like people sometimes are like haunted and shit, and like you get like these house hauntings and people have to move, and like, but something doesn't seem, it just randomly started snowing, kind of hailing. So it's like maybe somebody is like Queen of Cups in reverse. They decoyed something, and you thought you were going to be the main target, but it's actually, they're targeting somebody that's just been controlling you. Oh. Okay. So you're changing. It's like you're changing your vibration, or you're changing your frequency. I stopped on the Page of Pentacles with the Knight of Pentacles. Oh. And the 2 of Pentacles. Okay, now in comes the money. I'm like, this thing he is going to talk about money eventually, and here comes the money. Quite a lot of it. So it's like, okay, so somebody, this is a really weird message. It's like somebody was decoyed away, and they have to believe it, because it's like maybe you have to just stay away from somebody, right? Maybe somebody is like wrong on your path, and they keep messing with you, and you're like, okay, I'm just gonna leave and I'm gonna go here, and I have to believe that what I feel is happening. Maybe that's what it is. Like, maybe you're not like listening to your intuition or something, or like maybe you're learning how to listen to your intuition, and you know that somebody's like fucking with you, but you can't prove it, because not all things you can prove. And I watched this lady talk about being spiritually attacked by something, and she goes, what was I supposed to do? Go take it to the court system and say, hey, by the way, my house is spiritually attacking me? She's like, you know how dumb I'm gonna sound, how stupid I'm gonna look? She's like, so I had to look for a different way to deal with it. And that's the thing, is because a lot of people, they just live in 3D. They have no idea there's another dimension there. They have no idea that there's something else in working with people, and like sometimes controlling them and making them do things. People think they have full control of their body, their mind, their soul, but really they don't, or they wouldn't be so commercialized to consumerism and addiction, right? And almost like it's almost like it wraps in with the people who get something really good and then fuck it up, right? Because society is saying, the universe is saying that you're ready for something, but this thing is telling you you're not. So then you believe that you're not, right? When something knocks at your door, I mean, it's one of those things, like, you either decide to open it and change your life, or you decide to keep it closed and ignore it and just keep living. I mean, you can do whatever you want, okay? But clearly somebody needs to understand that something was controlling them, but they didn't. It's like they were the wrong thing they wanted. You know what it's hard to say. It's like okay, simple. Okay, another way to explain it. Somebody didn't want you, they wanted your money. Or somebody didn't want you, they wanted the seed you were going to bear to get the kid. Or somebody didn't want they didn't want the family business. Again, they just wanted to make the money out of it. They didn't really want to partner with it. They just wanted what the facility was going to give them. It's like something like that, right? But the main target that you think would be the sheep, which you think would be you, or you think would be your business or something, actually isn't. They wanted something else. Okay, so the universe got them to take this other thing, right? Because they obviously, this is Pisces. I don't know if you're dealing with a Pisces sign, or you're just dealing with somebody who changed. Okay, somewhere along the lines, they were bit and they changed, and you watched them change in front of you. And that's the person that you didn't really know. Like, you thought they were using you, but really they were using something else that you had, or that you were a part of. Okay, so this was some type of relationship. Okay, some type of relationship. So that's why it's like the Ten of Cups comes in, this Leviathan comes in, because something has to get taken down. That's where the Voodoo Warlock comes in. That's where the Hierophant comes in. Also, we got Taurus energy as well. Okay, that's where this guy comes in. He starts to clear the energy for everything. Okay, so he sets the new bar for the incoming energy, because clearly something was like infected or possessed or something, like there's something that was controlling something. And now this person had to get control of that. And if they can't get control of that, as long as they get control of themselves, then they can kind of control the situation, right? When it comes to them. So the Page of Pentacles turns into the Knight of Pentacles, which turns into the Two of Pentacles. So all of a sudden this person, by this catastrophic event that comes in and takes this person out of your life, okay, another opportunity comes in. That's where by removing this person, it gives you another chance at life. It gives you a new opportunity, right? Which you then again bring your voodoo involved. Like, somebody clearly is like a magician in here, or like has the ability to create something for themselves. Yeah, there you are, Page of Cups. You're that guy. Satyr, Satyr. The half man, half goat, okay, who's summoning in a passion. And obviously you have the ability to ignite your passion. You just summon it in, right? When you need inspiration, you summon it in. When you need, and obviously I think a lot of somebody's aspirations have been built off of this cannibal to begin with. Somebody that was really just out to take something, right? And block, right? Because the Seven of Swords is a thief, right? Without the shepherd, those sheep go AWOL. Everything goes AWOL. So it's like it was almost like somebody got taken out of something and then the whole project went AWOL, right? But now I think that's kind of how they built a lot of their life, right? But it was because of this person who was almost like changing at night. Like I don't know what this person would do at night, but I don't know if they changed personalities at night or all of a sudden at night they were softer to deal with, right? The moon comes out and that's the thing that like somebody was controlled almost by the moon, right? It's like every time, and that's something, by the way, that's something. It's a form of dementia. When the moon comes out, people turn. It's really fucked up. It's described in one of the M. Night Shyamalan movies called The Visit. And of course, my sister has to look up everything because she doesn't believe movies when they say anything. So she looked it up, and it's actually a thing that happens to people. And they don't have control of themselves anymore. And they don't have control of their bodies, and they roam around. It's like almost like sleepwalking. Okay? So somebody went from the Five of Cups to the King of Cups. So extremely, the glare in here is just awful. But somebody went from extremely emotional to extremely grounded. Okay, so obviously by this person changing, it grounded somebody. Maybe they got to take over. Maybe this person was really emotionally unstable, and you had to learn how to keep yourself grounded. And now that you know how to keep yourself grounded, it started to learn how to like control the situation, right? And by controlling the situation, you learned how to control yourself. And that person, the weakness in that person that you saw that couldn't control their emotions, you now learn how to control your own. Right? It's like somebody did something, but you learned from it. And that's sometimes why things happen and why we have to go through awful things, because then we'll meet somebody who's even worse of a wreck than we are. We'll learn something from it. And then we'll be like, oh, that's why we did it. It's a little bit different. It's not going to be the same, but then you attach the reason as to why you did it. And then you're like, oh, okay, I'll never do that again. Now I'm seeing it in them and I don't want to be that person. Right? But it takes sometimes seeing it to believe what you're doing at the same time, right? Yeah, there's Witch. Yeah, I've heard of DMT. I didn't know if you were a robot or not, Mr. T. So I just tend to ignore people sometimes when they only say one word. But yeah, I know what DMT is. I've never done it before, though. I pass on that shit. I don't do chemicals. I pass on chemicals. I only smoke grass and like 8 mushrooms. That's pretty much it. I'm all herb. I'm like this little lady right here. I'm all herbal. But somebody is a witch. There's the King of Swords and Ghost. Okay, Ghost came up before, but I didn't take it because I was like, okay, why are you popping up? Then there's the Star with the Fairy and the Ace of Cups. King of Pentacles and Judgment with the Hangman, the Emperor, nice, and Death. Okay, nicely done, nicely done, nicely done. Okay, so definitely somebody has to like take charge of something now, okay? Something that scares them a little bit. Somebody has a wish pending, but it scares them. And that's the thing is when we have wishes that scare us, it's hard to make moves to go and do them, right? Because it's scary and we don't really know what's going to happen. But somebody has to like stand their ground and face something that challenges them almost, okay? Because that's what they're looking for. Oh my God, I didn't even fucking see it. He showed up. There's the leprechaun. I told you. He's here. You know, he was under the deck. He was hiding. I didn't even fucking see him. He's like, by the way, hello. And I was like, just saw his greasy little smile. And I'm like, yeah, I knew it. I knew this fucker was here. Okay. He's got this message. Obviously, this is attached to your money. Okay. I don't know if, like, you're going to get a partner or something that, helps you with money. Like, I don't know if that was the cause before. Somebody's partner cost them a lot of money, okay? But they were protected for this next thing, okay? It's like they had to go through the first thing to realize that, I mean, what's the saying? Yo, Irene! We got a leprechaun in the house. I'm not lying, and he showed up. So you might want to rewind and watch how that just happened, because there's a leprechaun in my house right now. And I told him he has to leave as soon as this message is done. And he agreed with me, because I don't want him here. I don't know what he's capable of doing. But he's got this great message. So if you want to rewind, start from the beginning, because this didn't just start, okay? So it's almost like somebody now is summoning in their passion that maybe was like, not necessarily stolen, but yeah, Seven of Swords was stolen. Damn. Was stolen then. But you're summoning it back now. Did you just hear that crow? That's a fucking message for somebody indeed. Okay, so something has massively changed with this reading all of a sudden, because now he showed up. So what I'm thinking is, okay, so you go through the first situation for then the second situation to come in. Oh yeah, what's that saying? It's already happened. It's already, like, the worst has already happened kind of saying, right? Like, it can't happen twice kind of thing. And like, maybe this person has seen it happen 2, 3, 5, 100 times, right? But it happens that many times because you have to learn something every time, right? So something, like, and I think someone's now, like, if somebody was held back from something that involved their passion, okay, it was their judgment to not let this person ever stop them completely, right? There's one thing to appease a spouse and be like, yeah, okay, I won't do that. If you really don't want me to do it, I won't do it. But then always kind of keeping on the back burner to be like, I will do it one day. If you can't see that I can do it now, then I'll get into a bigger, powerful position, and then I'll start this back up again. You won't be able to say anything, right? So somebody got hung up in their idea of how to be an emperor, because sometimes, I mean, clearly they were told that they weren't allowed to do something, or that it was just going to get stolen from them, or it was stolen from them, or everything that they worked for was stolen from them. Okay, so now they're going after it again, and they're scared, right? And that's the thing, is like, that's kind of like how I started this channel. This was my second channel, or my third channel. It's terrifying to try again. I know multiple artists that have taken 5-10 years off and then gotten on stage again and been like, maybe I shouldn't have taken that time off, but you have to take that time off sometimes, right? Because if you force things to come out, you force energy to happen when it's not really right, or you're not ready, or you're trying to just do something for the sake of doing something, the world will just shut you down. Like, quick time, because they don't want you to go out and hurt yourself over something just to keep yourself busy or doing something when there's a bigger picture here, right? Clearly, somebody couldn't just duck into old ways to hide there. They had to keep elevating, because now they're going to go to a different place, right? Which is why clearly it's scaring somebody. I mean, fuck, it would, right? This person is an emotional person, but they got a hold of that emotion, and then death happens, right? That the ultimate transformation happens. And then this person, that's how this person realizes how magical they are. And that's why this leprechaun is here, because he's like, he's telling you what to like, he's telling you to do something. That's what he's saying. He's the King of Pentacles. He knows there's something here, which obviously starts with this Ace of Cups, because there's no other aces out. So is there? Is there any other? I don't think so. I thought that was the Ace of Wands, but it's not. It was the Page of Wands. So that's obviously what starts it. That's the Ace of Cups is a really is loving. Like, you have to love something again. That's what it is. It's like, now you get the opportunity to fall in love with it again. And I'm almost getting, okay, so now I'm getting this Joey Oz song. And that's what happens. So Joey Oz he has like one album and like some singles, okay? He doesn't have a lot of music to listen to. So I can't listen to it all the time. So I have to stop myself, take it off the iPod, and put on something else, right? It's the same with this other artist. He only has like 3 albums, and I can only listen to them for so long until I'm like, okay, I'm going to shoot myself in the head now. I have to stop listening to them, and I have to give myself a break. So I almost feel like maybe somebody stopped doing something like as easy as they stopped listening to their favorite artist, right? And now they're coming back around. It's like they've got new material, they got new stuff, but the whole point of this is to, like, I don't know, maybe you're going to market off them, or maybe by falling in love with something or someone, it ignites the reason why you wanted to do it all along, right? By your love for something, it's opening up their love for something, right? Because this person is they've hung in stability this whole time. So they've managed to keep themselves afloat. So even when the whole boat sank, they still made their way out of it. So, and now it's like branching off into 2 ideas, and someone's like, you have to just pick one idea maybe right now to go with. And that's the thing. Like, if you just put all your energy, all your emotion, everything into just one thing, but it all starts with you believing in it again. And summoning in the passion that you need to ignite it. Because when things are hard, like, projects are not easy to do. If you don't love it right away, if you're not interested in it right away, and it's going to take a lot of effort to do, then don't do it. Right? Because you're going to half-ass it. And then when you half-ass it, it's going to be like, oh, I don't know if right? It's just like the excuses and shit starts to overload because you didn't really want to do it, right? Or you do want to do it, or it got taken away from you, so you're trying to prove why you want to do it again. It's like the universe, like, this is not what this is about. Like, right? Prove yourself, prove things to you, not to other people. Right? And that's what I notice, like, people in their prime, especially artists before they get signed, right? You always know that first album is just so different than all the other albums, because that first album was their heart, their soul. They worked in their basements to get that shit started. They fucking recorded in their bathrooms to get those things going, right? But then the second, the third, the fourth album, that's all studio and added things. You know, you have to have a song about Jesus, and you got to have a song about God, and you gotta have a song, you know, and then they just start changing your music on you, and you're like, okay, what just happened, right? You just concentrate on the reason why you did the first thing. That's the thing, is because that's the heart and soul of people, is the first project. It's always the first project. People hold that first project up like it's their pride and fucking joy, because it should be. It's the thing that opened up the rest of the rest of the doors, right? The rest of the alleys, the rest of the freeways, runways, you know, right? The thing that opened everything. People have to find out what that is again. So then they can't, I mean, especially now once you're getting older, you probably work your normal job, right? And you're like, hey, I got a little bit of extra money to spend, or I got a little bit of extra time. I don't really know what to do with it. So I'm going to go and I'm going to do this. And then it pops off. Right? That's how it should go. Like if you've blood, sweat, and teared for the fucking big guy for long enough and you get your own idea to do something, that's what this motherfucker is talking about. That's what this guy's talking about, is like, that's what the King of Pentacles does. He creates his own, right? That's the whole part of it. He creates his own. And even if it's not a super $1 million success right away, who cares? It's not about the success right away. It's about you doing it. If people want to be a part of it, it's not going to be hard to get them, especially word of mouth, right? You got to be really careful with that shit, because they could stomp you also in a second. They can take everything from you. They can take that industry away from you, that job away from you, that store away from you. They can take your traffic, right? People put you in the doghouse. It's very hard to get out of it, right? So I don't know if maybe that's what this person did before, right? They put you, they made you the bad guy or something, right? But really, they were just trying to do that so then they can swindle something else out of you, right? Which is like what a leprechaun would do. There it is. Oh, look at my lighter is even green. I guess I really came. Look, everything is green. My lip chap is green. My ashtray is green. This rock that was sitting on the cards is green. I'm not one for, I don't care about St. Patrick's Day. I'm not going to lie. Like, don't care. It's just March 17th. But damn, if that was a sign, I don't even know what one would be if that's not a sign. Anyways, what I was saying about the whole Joey Osteen in the beginning, like some of these artists that I listen to that don't have very much music to listen to, I just take a nice long break from them. Right? And then because I listen to Spotify, it lets me know, hey, by the way, this artist is doing something and you're not listening to them anymore. And I'm like, oh, hello, what's going on again? I haven't listened to you forever. Like, I always had to take time off from Under Oath. Like, Under Oath, I have been listening to since, oh my God, like I was probably 15 years old. And, well, since their very first album, like that's when I started listening to them, basically. And I have to take months off. I don't really like their new music. I have to really entertain myself to listen to it sometimes, because I'm like, I don't really like this. I like their old stuff. I like when they were kind of like still kids. They made the best music because they had so much teenage angst in them, so much anger in them. And I had to take a lot of time off. And then I put that fucking original CD back on and I'm cranking it like I was fucking 16 again. And it's amazing. Like, I hold on to my singer relationships pretty tightly. I listened to an album I started listening to when I was 9 years old. It was a Tea Party album. And I got the CD when I was 8 or 9. And yeah, I could still listening to it. There's this song on there called Emerald. Literally, this is an emerald stone. And it just grabs my heart every time I listen to it. And I think I still have the original CD in my car. Which is like, how fucked is that? I have the original CD from when I was 9 years old. Does that even make sense? Like, I'm questioning myself right now because I didn't buy it a second time. Did I? I don't know. I do these weird things sometimes. I'll hold on to shit for like 20 years and still use it. I keep good, like, I don't know. I take care of things I love. Like, I don't really want to have to rebuy it. That's the thing. It's like, then it's not my original one. I like the originals. These docs I've had since I was 27 years old. So this is like my 11th year with them. And I won't buy new ones. I won't. I go there. I try to do it. These things cost me $300 when I bought them. And I'm like, I still feel like I have to get my money's worth. But I can't wear any other docs. It's like a disease. I just have to hold on to them. Who else is here? Is that Heather? Oh, hi, Heather. Hi. Irene. Yeah, see? See, you know what I'm talking about then. You know, if there's shit around you, I tell you, you like, just, you gotta see it. Like, it's not about seeing, is believing. Once you believe in something, you wouldn't imagine how many things you see because of that. It's insane. I always tell people to believe in things because, like, you just don't know. How can you say that something doesn't exist when, like, you don't know? There is no scientific fact to say it's not here. Just because somebody hasn't seen it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. There are, like, things being found in the ocean all the time that, like, people didn't know was there. They don't even know what to call half these things that come out of the fucking blackness, great big sea of ours. Like, really? You're going to tell me a leprechaun isn't there? Yeah, right. But they're probably really little. That's the thing. Is like this one place that I go, somebody dumped garbage there. And it's not a public park. It's private property, really. It's kind of like Crown land. Nobody goes there. No one's going to clean it up. But my sister and I went there every day. She went there twice a day with her dog to run her dog. It's this nice long path, and these guys dumped their garbage there. And we didn't touch it. They did it at the end of summer. We didn't touch it for the entire winter because we didn't really know what was in there and if there was any food or anything in there. Finally, the spring came, and we cleaned it up. And majority of it, surprisingly, was like laundry containers, like laundry soap. And something else I remember, like, this was what it was, but whatever. There probably was food in there to begin with, but that's what they chose to dump here. It was so stupid. And then it was like the next day or the day after I went, and something drew me in to this, like, little part of the woods, and there was these, like, little tiny sticks wrapped around with this balloon ribbon. And I picked it up because I was like, I think this is a present. Like, I think they left me a present. Like, that wasn't there. I was just there. I cleaned up everything. I saw myself. I didn't bring a balloon. Nobody was there. And it was like perfectly wrapped around these sticks. And I took it home with me. And I was like, I'm pretty sure something made that. I don't know what it was, but there was like these fresh, like, leaks under all of this garbage. So then by, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks, suddenly all these leaks just popped up and all this life popped up because it was being held underneath this garbage, right? And maybe that's a message in itself right there. Maybe you were held under what I would consider a lot of garbage. And underneath that garbage was a shit ton of leaks that want to come out, hypothetically speaking, right? People sell that shit and make money. This leprechaun wants somebody to sell something and make money. Like, you can't deny it. He actually showed up. That's what's creeping me out right now. He actually showed up. And you know what I was going to say? Like, at the beginning of the reading, what I wanted to do is I wanted to take the deck out and I wanted to get the leprechaun out so I could be like, this is who wants to do the reading, blah, blah, blah. But I didn't. I just started the live. For some reason, I just kind of like, it just left me and I didn't think about it again. And then he came out. He was hiding under the bottom of the deck, waiting to show his little green face, okay? And he fucking did. And now I kind of hope his message is just good to go. Man, I was at the dollar store the other day. No, not the dollar store. I was at the secondhand store. That's where I really like to get candles. And I found this little thing, this Halloween bundle, and it had this this light up gold candle. But obviously it didn't work. Okay, so I get home, I take it apart, and there's no battery in there either. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to guess what kind of battery to get. So I get a battery. It actually works, by the way. And it wants to be on the table right now. I don't know why I just had to tell you that whole story. There wasn't really anything to say about the candle other than the fact that it was gold. and I brought it back to life and put it on my altar, and it wants to be down here right now. I'm telling you, and it's gold. I don't like gold, okay? I do not like it. To me, it's tacky. Like yellow gold, to me, is tacky. And I got this jewelry making kit over the winter so I could make like all these chains, which I'm not wearing right now, but this chain I made. So they're like pretty light chains, right? And one of them was gold. And I was like, great, I'm never going to fucking use that. I don't like the color gold, right? Especially yellow gold. So what I decided to do recently was I put it all through my altar and like kind of like hung it like ribbons or whatever. And then I got the gold candle. And I got another gold thing too. Another gold candle, and burned that gold candle. And now it seems like all this gold is coming out. Gold. So I think it's a little bit more metaphysical than whoa. Did you just see that card spin around like that? Why did it do that? That's judgment. That was a really weird thing that it just did. I don't really know why it did that. But spinning around, like, this is a judgment, you know, and like the whole point of Cerberus is Cerberus, the three-headed dog, stands outside the gates, right, of where people cross over, and he makes sure that souls don't cross over that aren't allowed to cross over. And the thing is that maybe something is coming into your energy, okay, that's no longer going to allow something to cross over. So then you get taken or you get stolen from or something happens, right? Maybe it's something like that. I don't know, but big message. 40 minutes. Holy shit. Yeah, see, white, gold, or silver for me too. You got it. That's it, man. I usually wear silver for everything. Silver, and white gold. I do not do live questions. If you want live questions, you must donate to the channel via Super Chat. Silver and white gold. Okay. Now, we'll do one final message. Well, you know what? Actually, I'm just going to use those cards again because it's going to still be messages from this leprechaun. So I'm just like, this is not a normal kind of reading. So I'm not going to really treat it like it's a normal reading. So let's do one more message from this deck, and then we are calling it a day. Here we go. Okay, so this next message is okay. showed up again under the bottom of the deck. That was like going to be the last card that I picked with, well, the Knight of Swords was sticking out. So I wanted to just get to that. Oh, and right under Succubus. Oh my God, with Golem. Oh, this is interesting. I really don't like talking about sex when we're live because it gets the robots in. I don't know how, but it's like, I don't know if they're using voice control or some shit like that, but they just come in. If I say the P word or the S word, they start to come in. So I'm going to be a little bit PG with this, okay? So then idiots don't come by thinking that this is like a sex show, okay? Because it's not. Go back to grade school and talk about sexual education with your teacher. Okay? Not me. Okay, so. Okay, Leprechaun's back. Okay. So, the way that I see this is somebody is summoning somebody, I think, from like almost like basically back from the dead. Okay, which is kind of what I did with this Leprechaun, is kind of summon him alive, okay? Because I'm sure a lot of people would never have done this, okay, and talked to a Leprechaun. But he keeps coming out, and that's just to let you know that he's fucking here. I am not pulling these cards. You fucking see me. I'm not doing it. Oh my God, Pamela. Pamela's in the house. That's amazing. Oh my God, but you gotta go? Okay. Well, watch this. Watch this later. Whatever. Sorry. Watch this. It's a really interesting reading. You should really watch this later, Pam. Okay? Okay. So, okay, this fucking Leprechaun. Oh my God. Okay. So what he's saying is apparently like, it's like somebody is being summoned, I don't know, out of hiding, back from the dead. And it's somebody's wish. Somebody has wished for somebody to come back. Okay. And it's working. It's working. I don't know if you made a wish. And the thing is a lot of people don't make wishes because they don't think wishes exist. But why wouldn't they? As long as they're attainable and they're, you know, like doable, because you have to be willing to do it. A wish just won't come in for you. Like if you wish, I mean, to, I don't know, win a trip, but yet you never fill out ballots for winning a trip, how do you expect to win one? Hypothetically speaking, that was actually a good analogy because I don't really know where this is going, but that was a good analogy for somebody to understand what I was just saying. Okay, so it's like somebody made a wish and they're bringing it alive, okay, which is why this Lovers is here. It kind of worried me that the whole succubus energy was here because I didn't know if somebody was raping you in your dreams because that's exactly what's happening here, okay? He's sleeping and she's having sex with him. Okay, that's not okay. Okay, even if it's a woman, you're still not allowed to do that. Okay, when your spouse is sleeping, they are sleeping. Okay, and that's not even her spouse. She has wings and fangs. He's normal. They're not a couple. Okay, so, but it says Golem. It's like maybe somebody has to watch what controls them sexually. Okay, maybe that's what it is. Maybe somebody easily gets tempted into cheating or easily tempted into ruining relationships. Okay, like right away. The universe is kind of like, you wished for this. It's coming. Therefore, be honest. Be honest with things, okay? If you make a date with something or even with yourself, you program something in for yourself and you can't do it, right? Be honest with yourself. Why? Don't make up excuses. Don't fucking flatline and die off the face of the earth and make it seem like something happened, okay? Be honest because the truth, like they say, shall set you free. People will understand. Okay, especially if this is like whatever it is you're bringing back to life because you want it. Okay, and there's also justice here. So it's almost like the universe is even granting it because there's so much truth behind it. Okay, so when you wish for something and it's true, it's actually where you're supposed to be going, it might happen quick because now suddenly you realize where your path is headed. Okay, and that whole, oh, I haven't been living and nothing's been moving and I haven't been going anywhere. Yeah, because you haven't been saying the right things to move you somewhere. You've been saying the wrong things that have been holding you in energy. Okay, so they're like, just be honest, you know, like if you can't do something but you want to summon it too, like there's an emperor here, okay, which is why, like, this is like basically the same cards from the last reading. Okay, the emperor is here with the page of cups, that guy again. Okay, and it's somebody has to decide. There's the two of pentacles again. I don't know if it's you choose one person or you choose another person, or somebody has to decide if they want to come out of hiding, because then right below it is the Yeti, which is Virgo energy, right? Hiding. But as you can see, he's not in the cave, he's outside. Okay, so it's like, I don't know if it's this Emperor's energy, which is coming up with this King of Pentacles. So like there's the Leprechaun, he went on that side. So I do feel like maybe this person, this Emperor, is a King of Pentacles. So they've acquired something. They hold steady money in some way. They've got a foundation. They might have some type of platform that people go to, right? And it's the truth that holds key to this whole thing. Knight of Swords, okay? Being brutally honest. And it might come off sharp. It might come off hard. It might come off brutally honest, but at least it's brutally honest. At least somebody's taking the time to say the truth to you and not make excuses to appease you and make it sound good or make themselves look good and then walk away. Like, because when you do something, when you break somebody's heart, or you fucking don't show up, or you have something scheduled and you can't make it, and then you act like an asshole, or you turn it on them, or you don't want to face the music, right? It's kind of like, it ruins things. Then you're not ready. But if somebody made a wish for this, to bring this back alive, instead of maybe doing it a different way, which is like kidnap you and force you to get back together with them. That's not cool. Don't do that. That's kind of like, I don't know if that's what I'm getting with the succubus energy. Like, are you going to tie this person down and like force them to talk to you? Please don't do that. The universe will bring them by when the time is right. That's for sure. Really? Okay. He just wanted me to say something very inappropriate, and I'm not going to say it. That was way too inappropriate. That was way too inappropriate. Please do not engage sexually with things in the other side to gain things, okay? I do know that people can have sexual energy with demonic entities, okay? It is very scary. Do not do it. I choose to do it the honest way. I hope you choose to do it the honest way as well, okay? I don't even know what the hell that was about, but somebody has to, like, don't use magic on something, okay? Don't use magic on something. Just do it the honest way, okay? I just want to end it now. I can't. It was like very inappropriate what this leprechaun just said to me about what somebody could do to get a leprechaun to work for you. And I mean, you can put two and two together, right? You can put two and two together, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can. Or I'm just crazy right now, which I'm pretty sure I'm not crazy. So, yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching. I'm going to end this now. I have some things to do today. I'm going to go and do them. I hope you had a wonderful day. I hope this reading resonates. I hope this leprechaun, whatever he wanted to say, fucking, I don't know, resonates with somebody. If it doesn't, then just wait for the other regular readings to come in. Do not pay attention to this. This was, I mean, yeah, that second reading didn't even have anything to do with money. So he just wanted to bring that other message in. I mean, he showed up. So I don't know, maybe he's trying to let somebody know that his type of energy, which would be a man with money, is coming into your life or something. Who knows? Anyways, okay. We're going to end this. Like I said, thank you very much. Namaste. I hope everybody has a good day. Peace out. Oh my God. Irene, you made it through almost an entire reading. You're never here by the end. You're always gone by the end of the reading. You made it to the very end. Aw, thank you. Oh my God, you just keep writing. That was life. You got it. All right, peace out, everybody. I'm exhausted. See ya. Have a good St. Patty's Day. Don't get too drunk. Be good and safe.